And have you ever wondered what would happen if Luffy, the fearless hero of One Piece, turned out to have a surprising connection to the most despised figures in the series, the Celestial Dragons? And we've seen Luffy take down these figures of power and tyranny on more than one occasion. But what if he was more closely linked to them than we ever imagined? Before we dive into this wild theory, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more One Piece content. And now let's explore this theory that flips everything that you thought you knew about Luffy on its head. The Celestial Dragons, also known as the World Nobles, are notorious for their cruel and tyrannical behavior. And they see themselves as divine beings above the common people and often treat others with utter disdain. And Luffy, on the other hand, has made it his mission to fight against such oppression. He despises these so-called gods and their reign over the world. But what if Luffy's roots were tied to this very group he fights against? The mystery surrounding the Will of D is at the heart of this theory. Um, the Will of D represents individuals whose names start with the letter D, and throughout One Piece, these characters have been the natural enemies of the world government. But why does this letter seem to carry such weight? Some believe it represents a rebellion against the divine, possibly hinting at a connection to the celestial dragons. But what exactly is the meaning behind it all? Could it be that the ancestors of the D clan were once part of the celestial dragons, perhaps defectors who grew disillusioned with the cruelty of their fellow nobles? This theory suggests that these rebels might have taken the name D to signify their break from their oppressive lineage, ultimately sparking a long-lasting fight against the established order. Now, let's consider Luffy in this context. Could he too be a descendant of those very rebels? The idea is that Luffy might share blood with those who once ruled the world as celestial dragons, but broke away due to their moral compass clashing with the cruelty of their peers. And if you have a great class, that you might have a great... over time, these rebels pass down their Will of D to future generations, including Luffy, who now fights to continue their legacy. Though Luffy himself may not be aware of this ancestry, the theory goes that he is unknowingly carrying the torch of his rebellious ancestors. Rather than striving for power, Luffy's ultimate goal is to bring freedom to the world, challenging the Celestial Dragons and the corrupt world government. His journey from aspiring pirate king to a revolutionary force seems to align with the legacy of the D name, a lineage of resistance against tyranny. It's a bold theory, but it makes you think. I know that could the key interest in Luffy's true destiny lie not just in his desire for adventure, but in the deeper hidden ties to a past rebellion. Before I wrap up, here's a little joke. If Luffy was a celestial dragon, guess he'd have a lot more royal baggage to deal with on his way becoming Pirate King. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,